Welcome to the Answers Yes podcast, where we interview some of the most interesting people that have said yes to opportunities in their life. We hope that through these stories, you can learn to create your own destiny by saying yes along the way. Join us as we explore the new series covering topics such as passion, integrity, and hard work. I'm your host, Jim Riley, and I hope you enjoy these interviews as much as I do. I believe that everyone has an important message worth hearing. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you have not seen, I started a new syndicate. It's called the Young Entrepreneur Syndicate, and it is for entrepreneurs to, whether that's take it to the next level, get started in business, or maybe you're just dabbling in your business plan and you're not quite sure what you're going to do yet. We're going to be there for you. So right now, for the first 100 people that sign up, they're going to get 50% off. And you know, the reality is if you've been listening to my shows or if I've been your private personal coach, life coach, business consultant, this is a great opportunity for you to get a weekly resource of my time and my partner's time to build your business literally for pennies on the dollar. Not that it's all about how much it is. It's just about the time and energies put into the project. So look forward to hearing from you. Memberships are growing great. We've had several really good phone calls the last few weeks. So look forward to hearing more from you. Now, as you are aware on this show, not only do we have entrepreneurs, we have resources. We want to help you grow your business and be better informed and understand how you can do all the things under that, I'll say, umbrella of success. So today I've got Itamar Shafir from Israel on the line. Good morning. What is it, nighttime over there? Or
6 p.m.
6 p.m. All right. Well, it's morning time here in Montana. The sun's just coming up over the hills and the pastures. So thank you for joining in.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Jim.
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to have some people on the air from around the world, and I just think it's fascinating how people conduct business outside of, the United States as we know it. This world is shrinking every day, and I love the fact that you can live there, work here, stay here, and go back and forth. It's just the freedoms that we have in this world these days, and I'm just fascinated by it. We actually had somebody on from Russia the other day, and loved his story as well. So with that being said, I'm going to be quiet for a minute and ask you about your background and what child life looked like for you as you ventured into business. Was it college? I think you had some military business experience. How'd things start for you?
Yeah, so, after the military, being from Israel, basically everybody needs to be in the military for 3 years if you're a guy and 2 years if you're a girl. And after the military, I basically started learning from my SATs. That's the time we go to college. And I met a friend, and during that time, we said, okay, let's start a business. We were very gung-ho about doing something, not just sitting on our behinds and studying. We had like fire. And at the time there was Google Answers. Do you remember Google Answers?
Yeah.
I don't know if.
Yep.
Yeah. So when Google started training their algorithm, they actually used real people, which you would pay a little bit of money to answer questions, mostly business questions. And back then it was hard to get information from search engines. So we created something similar. We called Shark Answers, and we answered like 15,000 questions until we realized that we don't have a business model and we're just killing ourselves answering like 16 hours a day. And we met a VC guy, and he told us to start selling it to corporates. And that became my first company, Shark Group. It was a secondary marketing research company, which happened by accident, as I just said. And it was a decision, by the way, making a leap into what you deal with, saying yes to opportunities. At the time, we could have said no, we want to continue in that path, or say yes and started working with him on selling marketing research to corporates. And that was the decision that brought me into the business world. I actually went into college, spent 6 months while starting that company, and quitting college after 6 months because I wanted to focus on the company. At hindsight, financially was the right decision, but today I'm 42, and I'm sorry that I didn't have the college days. I actually
The, the
looking forward
the college days for the experience or for the education?
for the experience, because education, I self-educate myself all the time, and especially having a secondary marketing research company for 7 years, dealing with research, learning from very smart people, learning on the job, reading. There are a lot of ways to get education, but having a 3-4 year experience that is right for a certain age and not so much for others, that's kind of maybe a shout out to listeners, it's my take on it, but that's kind of a thing that I'm potentially think I missed, and after having that company for 7 years, it transitioned into a marketing agency, because we started selling, people coming to us to create information. It was content marketing for blogs. We're basically creating thousands of news items for governmental agencies that would post them on their website, like their own articles, shadow writers.
Right.
And that became an SEO agency. And that became a full-fledged marketing agency. And in 7 years, I got bored, like pretty seriously. I'm also more of a product-oriented person, less a service guy. And thank God, Facebook got started. We started building Facebook apps.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know if people remember, but when Facebook started, you actually had to create apps to get functionalities on Facebook, like a sweepstakes, for example. And that went very well. And we got some investment, we spinned it off, and we created a company called Upforma, which became an automated marketing company for small businesses. And I transitioned to that. It was acquired 4.5 years after. We were also the first Facebook Innovation Competition Award winners. So it was exciting times. And then I didn't do anything for about 6 months. And then I joined a company in the gig economy ecosystem called Really Successful. Spent 1.5 years there with a person that became a very good friend of mine and partner, Barry Plaskow, who is also a partner in Umbrella today. And he brought me into the gig economy ecosystem, and I fell in love. It was basically, millions of people like me that in different walks of life, starting different types of businesses, maybe not specifically online, but that got me very excited, like working in that industry. And that's how we created Umbrella. And Umbrella basically helps people start or expand digital marketing agency.
What a fascinating story. And the whole time I'm listening to you, a couple things resonated. First of all, we've got a lot of people that have been on this show that are entrepreneurs that either they just didn't go to college at all, or they started like you did, like I did, and then we dropped out, business got good, and we realized that wasn't the right fit for us. And I certainly appreciate when people can make that decision at an early point before they rack up all those big college bills. It can be quite expensive to obtain that college degree, and you'll be paying that off for a long time. But what you said was interesting is the experience that you feel that you might have missed. And I think that's an important component of life just in general is garnering experiences along the way and relationships and fostering togetherness and building something together. Do you want to expand on that a little bit? Exactly what you felt you missed and maybe where you might get it somewhere else besides college?
Yeah, 100%. It took me some time to realize that I was a workaholic early on. I got married when I was 27, and then my first daughter when I was 28. And then things start kind of slow down. Everything was forcing me to kind of slow down everything and invest more time in different aspects of my life. Initially, because it was mandatory, but also some emotions maybe opened up when I became a father that kind of allowed that to happen. And I started taking more time to appreciate out of work experience and in work experiences. But I think it was a long transition from that point to about the age of 35. I would say so another 5 or 6 years until I became well adjusted, like a normal person that enjoys a lot of things outside work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So, question for you. Again, listening to your story and some of the career paths that you went down, they all seem very high level. You didn't just do little things; you did big things as it relates to tech and innovative things. What is it about you, or where did you pick up the knack to operate at that level? Because I'm really impressed with where you've taken your career. Out of the military, a little bit of college, and all of a sudden you're making innovative changes.
Well, I have to say, I think our lives are pretty guided. I can't take a lot of credit. I think it's a lot of you. Some people call it luck. Some people call it a faith, God, however you want to call it. I do think there is some free will, but it's in very specific intersections, and you can move the needle a little bit. So you have to work hard. Obviously, if you don't fill the lottery ticket, you can't win.
Right.
Right. If you actually don't buy a lottery ticket, you would never win. So you actually have to do that, right?
Yeah.
So that's the work, and that's a lot of work. And then there's luck. So luck includes everything from who your parents are, the partner that you meet that could be a great person that lifts you up, could be a person that takes you down. It could be the fall before you win a little bit. It could be a lot of things. So I think I was always me. I never doubted the fact that I can go independent and do stuff, but things turning out in a positive way, I think is also a lot about luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of the law of attraction. You out there, like you said, you've got to do the work. You've got to buy the lottery ticket if you plan on winning the lottery, right? And I think that people are attracted to others naturally because of that law of attraction, and I do believe there's a certain amount of luck involved in the process. What is it about your personality where you've managed to attract good people in your life? You mentioned your partner and umbrella, and it seems like along the way you've had good people in your life.
Uh, Great question. And I completely agree. Having good people in your life is extremely important, including family, by
Mm-hmm.
the way. Having supportive family would create a different work traction for you completely than a non-supportive family. Uh, how do you attract good people? I don't know. You tell me, Jim. That's I think where the luck comes in. Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't work at it. I'll give you an example. My partner today in Umbrella, he's my technology partner. He's a CTO. Eyal. He lives in Los Angeles, and he's been my partner in 3 companies in 14 years.
Mm.
I met him. He grew up in the same place as the partner that I met when I started Shark, when I was learning for my SATs. He was his friend.
Interesting.
And I met him because I just went to learn the SATs, and I met the guy in the room, and we got along, and it worked out okay. I met my wife in the bar that I was frequenting a lot. I can't say that it was a very structured way, but I completely agree, by the way, that if you work on networking in your business and expanding your network, it will result in traction. Whether you're looking to get to that person who can give you the consultation that you need, or whether you're looking to generate more money from these people. So that's extremely important. But those anchor quality people, good people that support you and are around you and are with you for years, the initial bunch, I don't know. You tell me, really. I'm curious. How did it happen to you?
Yeah, I think that people observe others and they're attracted to the ones that have a positive outlook on life, that are doers, not, as you said earlier, get off the couch, get off our rear